Okay, now, if you watched the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer that just released earlier today, then you'll probably have noticed by now that John Marston was in it. But not only that, at some point earlier in the trailer, we also saw Abigail, which is John Marston's wife, or at least wife in the original Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if they're actually married at this point in the story or not, because this takes place before Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place before the first one. So I don't know if they were actually married at this point or not. Well, we're gonna probably find out. We did already know from the previous game that they had met through the gang, and apparently she was kind of the gang's whore. Maybe I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there was some kind of reference to that. I could be wrong. I can't remember. Bottom line is we saw Abigail, and I actually didn't even notice Abigail at first. Like, I even saw her and thought it looked like Abigail when I was watching the trailer, but I ignored it because we hadn't seen John Marston yet at that point. And then after I saw John Marston, I didn't connect two and two right away. I didn't realize it until quite a bit after I watched the trailer. But anyway, basically I'm just wanting to make this video talking a little bit about, it's not going to be too long of a video, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we are going to be seeing in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, it seems like this game is turning out to be what I'd hoped it would be. When we first saw it, we saw all new characters and no kind of real reference to John Marston or anything like that. And I was just kind of like, okay, it's going to take on a whole new set of characters and it's going to tell a completely different story. It's kind of like what you see in like the Grand Theft Auto series. But obviously we've been wrong about that. Because when I first heard rumors and stuff that a Red Dead 2 was coming out, I was really hoping it would follow John Marston. Or not John Marston, but maybe his son or something, or it would show his previous past with the gang. And thankfully, that's actually what we're getting. And I don't know if we're going to actually be playing as John Marston at some point in the game or not. I assume that Arthur Morgan, who the person we've been seeing the most, is who we're going to be playing as, at least for the majority of the game. But I would really love if we did actually have sections where we played as John Marston. Now, obviously, we kind of, the first hint, it seems like they're kind of revealing things like slowly, like one trailer at a time. In the first trailer, we just saw a little bit of a teaser, not really too much at all. Then we saw the character, and we saw like a little snippet of Dutch, and so the whole thing with Dutch kind of gave a hint that it was going to be going back to like Dutch's gang. And then here we are in the third trailer, and we see Abigail and John. And also something else that you may not have noticed, you may or may not have noticed at least, was had the scars on his face. We all know that John had like the famous scars or whatever throughout the first game, but then when we see him in the trailer in the close-up view, he has stitches in his scar, meaning it's a very recent scar. So we're probably going to at some point see how he got those scars and like what exactly happened to him. Because we all, like I said, they're pretty much famous for his character. We all know that that's what he had. That was on his face throughout the whole game. And we're probably going to be finding out. I mean, we're going to be finding out a lot. I think finding out how he got the scars is probably the least of what we're going to be finding out about his past. But that's definitely a part we're going to for sure learn. But but now that there's confirmation that we are going to be seeing John and Abigail and within the gang, I'm very excited for. I'm even more excited for this game. I was already excited with like the new characters and stuff. But knowing that we're going to get to pick up on John's past, who he is, why he does what he does, and honestly, I can't remember how old their son was in the first game, but if he was if he wasn't too young, then we might be seeing him as a baby or something like that, or her pregnant. Within Red Dead Redemption 2. So like I said, like if I was you guys, I would not be surprised at all if it's kind of like a GTA 5 thing in a way where we do jump from character to character. If we jump from Arthur and then we jump to John, and then maybe like one other important character or something like that throughout the game, because obviously we're going to be seeing a story through Arthur's eyes, and we're going to be seeing learning who he is. But I don't think Red Dead would be putting John Marston in Red Dead Redemption 2 if he's not going to be playable. I don't see why they would do that. I remember before we even got the first trailer for Red Dead, we were getting some kind of rumors that there would be kind of a jump system from character to character before, like I said, before the game was ever actually confirmed. And so, obviously, Rockstar hasn't confirmed this. We haven't seen any kind of gameplay whatsoever from Red Dead 2, but I really, but now thinking back to hearing about those rumors before the game was even announced, and now seeing that we have our main character Arthur and we've seen John, I really feel like those rumors from a while ago could be very true. And if so, I don't really have that much of a problem with it. But honestly, I feel like it'd be better if it was just a jump between John and Arthur. I don't really feel like a third character would really be needed. Arthur is the main character for this game, and John was the main character in the first game, and he's in the second game from in his younger self. So I feel like it'd make more sense seeing two people's stories. We don't need a third or fourth, anything like that, like they did in GTA. And I really hope that this they're coming up with the jump system of jumping from character to character actually is implemented, because I think it'd make for an interesting story, to be honest. Now, another thing I'm very interested in seeing what the story follows, I'm curious to see how much of like Edgar Ross and whoever the other agent was, because as you remember from the first Red Dead Redemption game, we were basically doing tasks and stuff like this. I think it was for the government. I can't remember if the FBI or government. I can't remember exactly who we were doing it for, but the leader of that was Edgar Ross, and Edgar Ross, it looks like he could possibly be in this trailer too. If you saw that guy, the older looking guy who's bald and doesn't have a mustache but has like a weird hat, it kind of resembles Edgar Ross in a way, like maybe a younger version of him. Like I said, this game takes place before the first Red Dead, so it would not be surprising at all if he was in this game and this person we see in the trailer is him. And it would be really cool if we could see exactly how John and his gang interacted with these people and why they were chasing, and like what they did. I'm very curious to see what this gang did that made the government want to go after them so badly and ultimately resulted in, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game for some reason, John Marston's killing by Edgar Ross at the end of the game. So yeah, obviously, like I said, this video wasn't gonna be crazy long. It's more just me wanting to discuss it a little bit. There's no real news on the game. It was just that trailer. We didn't get too much from the trailer. In all honesty, that trailer was pretty underwhelming. It didn't really show anything interesting. We just saw that it has Abigail and John in it, and we're gonna definitely be seeing John Marston. Other than that, there's not really too much to get from this trailer to gather from it. We're just seeing a couple more scenes and shots, and that's really about it. Still, Rockstar hasn't released any more information. They still haven't showed any kind of gameplay trailer. There's not too much. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we may be seeing with the John Marston and things I would like to see. So that's really all this video is for. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. October cannot get here fast enough because because on top of Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm very excited for Black Ops 4. So we got a couple games coming out in October, and on top of other games coming out throughout the year that I'm excited for. This is a great year for gaming, and I can't wait to top it off with Red Dead Redemption 2 at the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I love you people so much if you subscribe to me and you like me, because I like YouTube, and I like having viewers on YouTube. It kind of makes it more worthwhile, you know what I mean? So if you can help me out, I shave my nipples. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.